Welcome back to the Fundamentals of SQL course. This is the SQL Statement Foundation section, and we are now on the between statement. So the goal of using a between statement is to return values within a range that we give. So we're returning values that fall within a given range, and this is shorthand for using greater than and equal to and less than and equal to. So the operator is inclusive, which means that the beginning and end values that you specify are included within the between statement. Before we get started, I just want to select my warehouse since I didn't do that yet, and then select our database, which is DDN Data Warehouse. This should be automatically set on your end. You just have to select the database. Our general syntax for a between statement, and we use the between statement paired with a where clause because we are filtering out based on the values that we want to give in that range. So we are selecting our column names from a specified table where the column has values between one value and a second value. So for our examples, we are going to use our film table. And since we're using Snowflake, you don't necessarily have to select all and use a limit of 5 or 10. You can just select our DDN data warehouse and select the DVD film table in our database objects. And you will see all of the column titles, the data types, and the rows that it represents. So we are going to pull in our first query the title, the release year, the rental rate, the length, and the rating from the film table. But we want to see this information specified for the rental rates ranging from $3 to $7. And we're also going to order by the rental rates from greatest to least. So let's start writing this out. I know my shopping list is the title, release year, rental rate, length, and finally rating. We're using the DVD film table. And we are specifying the rental rates that range from these two values. So I need to call that column rental rate, and I'm going to say between 3 and 7. Since the rental rate is an integer, or it's just a number, it's going to include both 3 and 7. They don't have to be in quotations because they are not strings. They are integers or numbers in Snowflake. And then we have this last section where we want to order the rental rates from greatest to least. So let's sort them, order by rental rate. And if I'm thinking greatest to least, that's going to be descending. So as I look at this query, I'm thinking about what is going to return. Well, I know I'm selecting these 5 columns, and I'm filtering it based on the rental rates between 3 and 7. Now, we know that the between operator is inclusive, so it is going to include rental rates that are $3 and $7 and anything in between. So let's run this query and see what we get. We have 336 rows. We ordered it by the rental rates greatest to least, so we can see that there's really nothing above $4.99 or between $4.99 and $7. $4.99 seems to be the max in this range of values. Great. So while we can pull information between two values, we can also use the not operator to pull the values that are actually not in those range of values. So let's actually use the same exact query. So let's just copy this and we'll post it below. And then instead of saying where the rental rate is between 3 and 7, let's say not between 3 and 7. So thinking about what this is going to do, this is going to return everything that doesn't fall in the range of $3 and $7 for a rental rate. So anything from 0 to $2.99 and $7.01 to the highest value. So let's highlight this and run it and prove what we expected to get. Great. So we're not getting any values in between 3 and 7. And it looks like there's nothing higher than $7. So our max rental rate is $299 for this query. When we are using the between operator, just